10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, it is showtime, everybody. It is Friday, March 18th. I'm Axel1324.
I'm Princess Zelda.
I'm Doggy Dog 420.
And this is the Iconic Video Games Podcast. And as you can see today, we have a very special guest. We are joined by Chris from Makopowered. Say hello to the chat, Chris. Maybe? Oh.
Hi, everyone.
All right.
There he is.
There we go. All right. There must be some delay. Can you hear us, Chris?
Is it not working?
It is. It is. It was just delayed. It was kind of weird.
Okay. Is it working now? We good?
Yes, it's working fine. It's working fine. Chris, tell us about Makopowered. Tell us about yourself and Makopowered.
Okay. Okay. Well, I started it while I was getting my PhD in video game studies. I wrote my dissertation on the Resident Evil series, and the main show that I put out there is called Weekend Rental. It's where we look at games that are either hidden gems or interesting failures to see what they did right, what they did wrong, and just to shine a spotlight on these games that aren't necessarily the ones that everyone knows, but are still interesting and should be looked at more.
Absolutely. I love it. So I also noticed that, so I was watching some of your weekend rentals. So I was completely oblivious to your channel. So I started watching some of your stuff. And I saw your 007 Mario video. That was funny. But you really broke it down to the hitboxes and everything. I'm like, wow, this guy's going in. So
yep,
yeah.
Well, part of what I try to do is like take what I do with video game studies and make it accessible for people outside of university for whatever reason they're outside of university or what have you. I want to make what I do accessible. So that was part of why I started the channel.
Awesome. I love it. So the point of weekend rental is just to educate people on these on video games and to take a look at them a little bit more objectively. I take it.
Not necessarily objectively. That's a whole discussion I'm not going to get into, but it's to look at them in context, both the context in which they were released and from a modern lens. Like, for example, I have a video on Rescue the Embassy Mission, and I talk about how it fits into like 80s pop culture with the military, heavy military overtones that permeates a lot of, especially American 80s pop culture, and how that both influences the game and is influenced by it.
I see. Amazing. We'll have to talk more about this later on, as you said. All right, well, everybody, that is a quick intro to Chris from Makopowered. He's going to join us today, and today's topic is games that we could not put down for whatever reason. These are the games that are going to capture us, that we just love to play, maybe even replay a couple of times throughout our lives. Or games that we know where the ending is, but we don't want to get there because we don't want the experience to end. So that's going to be the main focus of today's show. But real quick, as always, let's start off by giving the shout outs in the chat. Mm-hmm. We got Kilomilo saying, "Darn, beat me to the first comment." I think he's referring to you, Doggy.
There was actually somebody before us.
Really? I can't see it.
Yeah, I can't remember who was. Yeah, I can't see it. There's somebody there before me. Yep.
As always, Unicorn Princess is here. Hello, Unicorn Princess. Has anybody heard of IBM 7094? No.
Happy Cloud Gamer.
1000.
Happy Cloud Gamer. That's who was here earlier.
Happy Cloud Gamer. Shout out to Happy Cloud Gamer. 24 shows already. Have a good one tonight. Thank you, Tony Grasso.
Yes,
I know
thank
that
you, brother.
he is. Yeah, I was going to say 23. Thank you. I know that you're going to be listening in the background. Appreciate it. Joined by the Drago clan as always. Ninja Drago sneaking in here. Hello, Ninja. We have John 907i. Hey, everybody. Shout out to him. He's always here. We got Drago Jr. as well saying hi. Let's see. Who else? Anybody else say this out? We got Titan. It's go time. And I hope he doesn't mean but that
We
he's
have
about
John.
to start playing games.
You mentioned John 907i.
I did. I did
All
capture
right,
John.
all right.
John says hello to Chris.
Hi.
All right. All right, so let's get started with games we could not put down. And as always, hold on a second. I got to do some real quick moving. Here we go. We are going to start with Princess Zelda first. What is the first game you could have stopped playing?
Thank you, Axel. Well, when thinking about this question, I thought about games that whether I was 7, 17, 27, 37, I'll stop there. I just kept playing. So my first choice was the Super Mario franchise, specifically Super Mario World. I loved everything about this game, and I've continued to play it through the years. I think that the worlds are entrancing and that the characters are charismatic and fun. I love the music. I even love the names of the worlds, like Donut Plains and Vanilla Dome. Chocolate Island. Come on, Chocolate Island.
Chocolate Island. Who doesn't love chocolate?
And it's also fun to play with a friend as long as they keep up with you so you don't like fall in a pit when you're mid-jump. So, I absolutely love the Mario franchise, specifically Super Mario World.
All right, so this game is released in what, 1991, 1992?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right around there?
91.
So you've been playing this game for some years, Princess Zelda.
True.
So how many times would you say you finished this game?
This is one of those games where I would actually finish it and start it over again. So maybe I'd start it to try to get to the special level or to collect all of the coins.
Were you trying to become a speedrunner?
No, I just loved it so much. I just wanted to keep playing it. So
Yep, I understand
Well,
that one.
yeah.
Listen,
It wasn't about accolades. It was just trying to find new ways to enjoy it.
Right on. Does anybody else here have can anybody concur with Princess Zelda on Super Mario World? Is that a game you keep playing? Chris, let's go with you.
Yeah. Honestly, I have gotten yelled at for this. I like Mario World better than Super Mario 3.
That's for me.
I heard the gasp. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but something about Mario World just feels more cohesive. Like I love certain areas in Mario 3. Don't get me wrong, I still love Mario 3. I just think that Mario World is the better constructed game. I think because they tried a bunch of stuff in Mario 3 and they took what worked and refined it for Mario World.
Sure. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, Mario World is fun. I especially love Yoshi. He's my favorite dino character. What a great character. And then the fact that you could ride him like a horse was even better.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't dream of
punch him
riding
in the
their
head.
own little mini brontosaurus or whatever the heck Yoshi is? He's a brontosaurus. He has a long neck. Doggy, do you have good memories of Super Mario World?
Oh, I loved Super Mario World. Before I forget about it. Well, there you go. The dog. She even loved it back then.
Another
she
fan.
comes from way back. I might have to shut the blinds. But anyway,
What is she saying about Super Mario World?
she's saying that she has to disagree with one thing with Chris is that the one thing they didn't refine on the Super Mario World was that instead the raccoon suit was better than the cape thing. Cape thing was hard to fly, right?
Oh,
Yeah, that was tough. Unless you
It comes down to skill there.
yeah,
Because if you're really good, that cape can fly forever.
yeah, that cape. Yeah, it would go farther than
Yeah.
But yes, yeah, Super Mario World. Oh my gosh, I played that like Princess Zelda said. I played that thing through so many times. You'd finish it, just play it again, because it's so fun. Everything drew you in. The characters, the worlds, the even the enemies, the music, everything about. And yeah, I've scored plenty of hours on Super Mario World, and Super Mario 3 was great too. Plenty of hours on that one too. So
True.
Nice. Let's look at the chat. What do they think of Super Mario World? By the way, chat, as always, let us know what you think about the games we pick. Let us know what games you couldn't stop playing as well. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Let's see. We got
Happy Cloud Gamers back.
Wait, he moved it. There we go. Time Drago Jr. He says, "Yeah, fun guy am." I'm gonna say, Gabe.
Man.
Tony
Gaiam.
Grosso says he's in the front ground today. He went out in the background. Whoop, whoop, we're the main attraction.
Oh, wow.
John 907I says it came with my Super Nintendo back in the day. That's right. It was.
Yes,
a
it did.
pack-in.
Yeah. Yep.
Time Drago says that Yoshi is no herbivore, though. That's right. That's right. He eats Mushroom Kingdoms. Hey, we got Happy Cloud Gamer joining us in the
There he
chat.
is.
Shout out to Happy Cloud Gamer. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. All right. And we're going to move on to Chris's first game. Chris, what is
Okay. Well,
the first game
I
that comes to
apologize.
mind?
I don't have a video to accompany this.
It's okay.
But the first game that I came up with, I didn't even have to think about, and I actually have a story behind this. So I have to go with Tetris for the NES
Oh, good.
because, particularly with the third music selection, I can
Yes.
just get right. I can get lost in that game and have. So back when I was a teenager, there was I can't even remember what club it was. My mom belonged to a club, and for their family Christmas party, I volunteered to play Santa that year. Okay, fine, great. I got ready to go. I was hours ahead of time, and I just sat down. I'm like, okay, I will play Tetris for maybe like 15 minutes, half an hour, head out, everything will be fine. Started playing Tetris, got into it, got really involved with it. And then when I checked the time again, I was half an hour late.
Oh no.
So yeah, I literally sat there playing for 4 hours and did not realize that had happened. So I went a little faster than I should have getting there. I managed to get there in time for Santa to appear, but
Nice.
it was a very, very close call.
That's so funny. I mean, yeah, I think Tetris. I'm gonna cut in, everybody. Tetris is one of those games that you just can't put down, and that has also lasted the test of time.
Oh, yeah.
I remember playing this on the Game Boy the most, as it was a pack-in game. But I didn't buy a Game Boy new. I bought mine used, of course, at a yard sale. But it came with it, so I'm like, whatever. What is this? Oh man, so many batteries, so many batteries dead because of Tetris. And so, by the way, I got an Oculus Quest Tetris Effect. Get it? Amazing.
Oh.
Yeah.
We need to come back to that after everyone else talks about Tetris.
Yeah, so Tetris Effect. Get it, guys. It's something. Does anybody else here lose half their life to Tetris?
Go ahead, Princess Zelda.
This was a great choice. I think anybody that started playing Tetris couldn't put it down, and same with Dr. Mario. But
Oh, nice.
the fun thing was it was so competitive. Even though you were playing on your own, you were still trying to beat people's scores from around the nation. So it was a really, really engaging, fun game. Great choice.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Doggy, what about you? Did you lose half your life to Tetris?
man, I love Tetris. Man, I believe we bought that game. We loved it so much, written it so many times, we just bought it. Yeah, like you said, the music. I love the music score in the NES version, and then the regular song in the Game Boy version.
Copyright strike! Copyright strike!
Yeah. Oh no, you can't
Nintendo
get
will
this.
get you, man.
I did it
Nintendo
so
will get
wait,
you.
wait, that was that horrible. Okay, anyway, that was that. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, like Axel said, that came with your Game Boy. You destroyed your batteries, man. That thing, you spent 3 times as much on batteries than that whole Game Boy and Tetris cost you. So yeah, that's
Absolutely.
great,
Love it.
great game. Yeah.
Let's check it with the chat real quick. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer comes in. Oh, here we go. John 0979 says Tetris came with the Game Boy as well, didn't it? Yes, it did.
Yep.
Let's see. Game Boy, I had it original day one. Wow. Tetris was my first game on Game Boy. Mine too. Yeah. But Happy Cloud Gamer also says I've just been watching over and over Hogwarts Legacy. I'm gonna say today like 20 times. It's a day one buy.
Agreed.
you're not alone. A lot of people are saying that it's day one. It looks fantastic. I hope it delivers. I have no reason to think it doesn't deliver. I think WB in general puts out good games. Those studios, I actually love it. So yeah, shout out to that. So he has been wasting his time on trailers,
As opposed to Elden Ring.
Hey man, I am I am serious. Like today, I was like, should I do a show or should I cancel and play Elden Ring? It's that bad. It's that bad. I got it. All right, Doggy, you're up, sir. What do you got for us?
Let's see. My first one comes from one of my favorite franchises, and it's one of my favorite games from that era. Was Grand Theft Auto Vice City, man. In this game, I remember after playing Grand Theft Auto 3, man, I loved that game. It's so cool, doing the havoc and everything, playing through the missions is so fun. But I waited for UPS to deliver this game. Started playing this. I think it's just like today, like to come out on a Tuesday, right? I started playing this bad boy, and then I pack it up in my carrying case on a Friday with my PS2, and I take it over to my friend's house where everybody's hanging out, and we start playing this game. And I have this strategy guide, like this big, thick strategy guide. Remember those strategy guides they come out with? That I just like.
Yeah, the Prima strategy guides.
Yes, thank you. I was just trying to think of the name of it. Yes. The big thick strategy guides. And so I'd already started playing it, got into it a little bit, but I picked up some of those packages that if you collect them all, you get this Apache copter, right? So we're playing it, and then we're using this strategy guide, and we're looking at the map, and all of a sudden we can't figure out which packages I picked up, which ones. Let's just start it all over. Let's just start this whole thing over. And it was me and 3 other guys, and I swear, man, we played this game for 48 hours straight. Took a little rest, come back and played it some more. We played 50 some odd hours over a weekend. Went on through. We ended up getting probably about 96%. We didn't get that whatever that black shirt was. That I can't remember what it said. If you got 100%, we tried so hard to get that. But we did everything in this game. This game was so great. It was Grand Theft Auto 3 is great. But this one was just more. This one is linear, more stuff to do. You were delivering pizzas. What else could you do in this game that was there was better? The flying was better. I don't know. It was everything in this game to do. You could buy your own properties and houses and stuff, right? Like, didn't you have to buy that final house that was kind of in the middle of the bridge or something like that? But anyway, it had motorcycles, and it had motorcycles.
Yeah, motorcycles. That's right.
Yes.
That was new.
I'm so glad you said property. I was afraid you were going to say something else.
Yeah, there was so much to do in this.
Zelda, it's all property.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
just kidding. Oh, that's so bad. So much misogynistic. I'm sorry.
And the 80s story was great, set in fictional Miami. The soundtrack was amazing, of course. One of the best soundtracks ever. That you couldn't. That went up there with like Tony Hawk, where there wasn't its own original stuff. But anyway, you could play this, finish the story. You can still come back, keep raising havoc. What a great game! I love any of the games in the franchise. I never played the first 2 Grand Theft Autos, but from 3 on, all great. But this one has the fondest memories. Just playing it through like that. It was so great.
Amazing. Let's see what the chat says. Kilo Milo says nothing like running over ladies while listening to Skinner.
Yeah, I left that kind of stuff out, but yes, exactly. There you go.
Let's see.
I remember you get the car bouncing.
Doug is the well keeping this game alive, aren't you? I think he confused Vice City with GTA 5 there online. Happy Cloud Gamer says Vice City is one of my favorite GTAs. Shout out to HTK from the Gamers United Guild. Hey, howdy. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Dialogue in San Andreas was epic.
I don't actually play the online GTA 5. I tried to play that, and that's junk. Like you're like out there and you're trying to do something, and you get gunned down by like these fools for no reason. It's too much. I don't like the online stuff.
You're just on the wrong block, bro.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, every block's the wrong block.
GTA 1 and 2 were top-down masterpieces. Yep.
Yeah, they were. I never played them.
Okay, can you still play 1 for free? Rockstar had one as a free download for a good like 5 to 7 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
For a while there.
No clue.
No
clue.
If I'd known we were going to be talking about it, I would have checked. But I think they might still offer it for free as a hey, check out where we came from.
I'm gonna assume it's using the Rockstar launcher or something like that.
It probably at this point when they first started offering it, it was just nope. Here you go.
There you go. So, does anybody else have fond memories of Grand Theft Auto Vice City or other Grand Theft Autos that may have taken 100 or more hours out of your life? No, Princess Zelda says no. Chris, what about you?
Honestly, it's all about the soundtrack for Vice City for me. I love 80s music and just doing what you do in Grand Theft Auto to that soundtrack, especially some of the just 80s cheese that's involved.
I love that. What was your favorite song off there? Can you remember? Just if you could pull one out there. Just
if I'm recalling correctly, Stealing Cars, Two Cars, either Gary Newman or the band The Cars, was just like perfect for me.
Stealing cars while listening to Cars. Nice.
That's good. That was a good song they
really
had in there
good.
too.
That's nice.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
So I guess it's up to my turn. I also did not play Vice City. My little brother did. I think Vice City was the one where you had to work out.
That was San Andreas.
Oh, San Andreas.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry. No. So my little brother played the Grand Theft Autos. I was heavy into the military at this point. I didn't have the time for long games, so I was into arcade style games, short experiences when I was in the military.
All right.
The 80s is my childhood. Oh man, I was a baby.
Right,
I'm just a baby in the
My
80s.
childhood too, brother. Yep, I was there. Yep.
So yeah. All right. So I guess we're up to me. So the first game I'm gonna pick is gonna be one of my favorite franchises, but probably my favorite game in this franchise, and that is Total War. Now, I first experienced Total War on, I think it was like Total War Crusaders or Total War Kingdoms or something like that, where you had to go to the Holy Land and take over stuff. And I remember that one. But I really, really got into it. And then next thing I know, I'm buying every iteration of Total War. And then they came out with a little game called Total War Warhammer 2. So many hours of my life wasted to this game. It's insane. The campaign alone can last 80 hours easy because you're so busy defending, you're so busy managing, you're so busy trying to cheese things, losing armies, having to rebuild armies, fighting this faction, fighting that faction. It's just nonstop. When they say Total War, they do mean Total War. There's no peace. There's no peace in this game. And it's as the game goes on, the computer gets harder and harder and harder and harder. So it doesn't let up. There's no such thing as becoming OP in Total War Warhammer 2. My personal favorite race is the High Elves. I personally enjoy them the most. But yeah, this game, it's just the map is massive. I have how many hours did I say I have in this game? I have, hold on, I gotta look it up real quick. I have 77 hours in this game, and at 77 hours, I still have not finished the campaign.
Wow.
The main campaign. I am over 200 turns into this game. And the longer the game goes, the longer each turn takes because you have to manage more and manage more and manage more. And it's like a never-ending game, but it does have an ending. I've seen people end it, and I'm trying to get to one of the victory conditions, and I'm very close. I'm very close to total domination. That's the round going. My high elves are not very high on their morals because I conquer everything. If anybody blinks at me wrong, I destroy them. That's just the way I am. Because it has like a diplomacy screen, and so if people like do mad, like they can get all aggressive in the negotiation screen, and I'm like, yeah, you're dead. I'll just go and totally annihilate their whole race. It's pretty funny. Total genocide. I'm bad. I know.
So you're Gandhian civilization then?
The nuke civilization. This is a 4X game, just like Civilization is. But I would say that it's not as streamlined to victory conditions. Like, in Civilization, you can have like one of 20 different victory conditions, whereas Total War has like 6, and one of them is total domination. So yeah. What about you? You guys, has anybody played Total War? This is a PC game. I know it's not a console game, but I really enjoy it. Anybody got any Total War memories? No?
I don't. I have not played it.
No, it looks so good though.
It
looks cool. Yeah,
I feel like Titan would enjoy it. Titan really likes those style of games, if you will.
Yeah.
I've played Total War games and I've played Warhammer games, but I haven't played Total War Warhammer. I love the. I think it's Total War Shogun. It was one of Creative Assembly's first ones, I think, or near the beginning.
Right.
I got really into that, but then wound up. I think it was university that it was either you keep playing or you go to university.
I think you made the right decision on that one.
And yeah, but with Warhammer games, I kind of had them ruined for me because I started out by playing the PS1 game. I think it was called Curse of the Horned Rat or something like that.
Oh my gosh!
And
you got me on that one.
Man, whoa.
I look at obscure games. It was not a good game, and it kind of soured me on Warhammer for a long time. I should give Total War Warhammer a shot. I know that. I love the Creative Assembly, especially Alien Isolation, but yeah, Horned Rat. Ugh.
Wow. Never heard of that one. You got me. You got me on a game that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't know there was Warhammer games on PS1,
I think it was just the one.
Oh yeah, I'm not down. Yeah, I just never knew that. I wouldn't even have thought there was one on PS3. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's that's very good. That's great knowledge right there. Very cool. Very
awesome. All right, and with all of that being said, guys, it is intermission time.
Oh yeah,
and
I love intermission.
We got a very special intermission here, so it is intermission time with Princess Zelda.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have a game for you this evening? Our game this evening is Who is the Real Doctor? In the red corner, making his debut, Doctor of 007ology, Resident Evilisms, and Parasitology, Dr. Chris. In the blue corner, your friend and mine, PhD, EDD, MD, BD, LSD, STD, PTSD, Harvard Community College graduate, Dr. Diggity Dog. The rules for this evening. We will be asking these esteemed doctors a multiple choice question. Chat is your job to help them. Help them determine the correct answer. The doctor with the most correct answers is the real doctor. Are you ready to rumble?
You know what? I'm ready, but I got a problem real fast. I haven't been on here for a while, and I watched for 4 weeks in a row. What was this guy's name? Was that DJ Diggity Doggity Dog Do? Sitting on here for 4 weeks in a row. What does this guy come on this show? I couldn't even imagine somebody come on a show being like that. That guy has to be completely embarrassed. He needs to go back to school. That's what he needs to do. But anyway, this guy's ridiculous. He comes on here trying to rap. This guy couldn't even wrap a present. Pathetic. Do a little rap here for him. I'm DJ Diggity Dog. And I got nothing. But you know what? It's still better. It was still better than what he had. That's right. So.
We're cutting promos, are we?
Let's do it.
Are we cutting promos now? Ooh, yeah. Jig it.
Oh, snap
The
it to
Macho Man has come to WrestleMania. Yeah.
I'll be over you like melting butter.
Oh,
Yeah.
the cream will rise to the top. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
That DJ Diggity Dog, that was ridiculous, Axel. And you should be ashamed that you had that guy on your show for 4 weeks in a row. You did not have me. That's ridiculous. I thought you was on another level, drinking your Mountain Dew and all that stuff.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
I
so
expected
funny.
more out of you.
Oh no. All right. With that being said, let's get to our first question, Princess Zelda.
All right. Axel, do you have something to read to us?
I do have something to read to us.
Thank you,
actually.
sir.
Give me one quick second here. Let me make sure that I got this with plenty of time. Sorry, I'm like managing like 18 different screens, guys.
Oh yeah, you're
All right, here
awesome.
we go.
You're awesome, Axel.
So, Dr. Chris, PhD, says, it's been a rough couple of weeks, and right now I'm fighting the urge to drop $10 on eBay for a repro cape and lightsaber for this guy. It's a dumb purchase, but I've never had a complete original Darth Vader. Do you recall this tweet?
I do.
All right. With that being said, Princess Zelda, what is the question?
Dr. Chris, as an avid collector and a doctor of plangonology, can you tell us who this is? Is it A, Swamp Man, B, Moss Man, or C, Larry? And go.
And chat, be sure to put it in there too.
Well, let's see what the chat has to say before I answer, because I do know the answer, I think.
Uh-oh. Let's hear it. Let's see. You're so sure of yourself,
no one's
Doctor.
saying
Let's
anything
hear
yet.
it.
It is. Oh, wait, we got it. We got a message. Let me check.
Your help.
Titan says, obviously, Larry. It is
Obviously.
B, Moss Man.
Moss Man. Okay. All right. Let's see. Moss Man. All right. Doggy, what do you got?
Dr. Chris, by the way, it is great to be in the presence of another great doctor. Great to be here with you. And yes, it's great. I can feel great minds think alike. I'm going to go with Mossman.
Moss Man. All right. So, Dr. Doggy and Dr. Chris have both said Moss Man. You know, I feel like I need to put these two guys together on my screen, so give me a second. I gotta do some adjustments here. That way they can duel next to each other.
Nice.
There we go. Let's give the chat a little bit longer on that one.
Man, Axel, what possessed you to bring that DJ Doggy guy on here? I really don't get it. For
He's
4
quite
weeks.
talented. We love Doggity Diggity Dog.
Oh, it made me nauseous. It made me nauseous. I had to come up with new medication just to fight off the stomach virus that it caused me. It's like getting a bad fruitcake at Christmas. What was that?
Hey, you know, we needed a DJ for our songs. You know, and he was all I could afford on my YouTube budget.
Oh, I can understand that. Yeah, he probably had to pay you to come on here.
Hey, you know, I try to spread the word out for lesser known names like DJ Diggity Dog. Yeah, he's just getting started in his rapping career, but I feel like he could be the next Eminem.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy be lucky if he's eating some M&Ms, man. He'd be lucky he could afford a pack of M&Ms. That's going to be his career. Come on.
So funny. All right, Princess Zelda, how did the chat vote?
50% went with Mossman. Titan went with Larry.
All right, so 50% went with Mossman. What is the correct answer, Princess Zelda? Who is that person?
We don't know who the real doctor is yet, as everybody was correct with Mossman.
Nice, very nice, very
We need to
nice.
further our research.
And
We
Louise,
do need to further our research. Right.
Louise, you know, I mean to come on here with my best intentions every time I come on here, but every time Axel's got to do something to make me mad. And it's just, I can't let it go. I mean, he should know better. I am the esteemed.
I don't make you mad. You're just an angry person.
No, I am the esteemed Doggy Dog, Dr. Doggy Dog. I'm the driver's ed, PhD, from the Harvard Driving School. University of Harvard Driving School. I'm sorry, everybody out there. The dean, do not fire me. I'm so sorry. My students, I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed for my students even just looking at that. I hope something I'll watch.
All right, here we go. Next question. All right, so let's bring up some evidence. Here we go. All right, so earlier on March 10th, the well-read mage says, without saying your age, tell me your first Super Mario game. By the way, chat, feel free to answer this question too. Dr. Chris answered this question with a GIF of Super Mario Brothers 1. Do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
All right. All right, Princess Zelda, what is the question?
The question is, Dr. Chris, as a connoisseur of Mario and a professor of Mariology, could you please tell me what is in this blind bag? Your choices are A, hang on, wrong side, 1 or 2, B, 3, I don't know why, or 4, and C, 5 or 6, and go.
Let's hear it, Doc. What do you got?
This takes real concentration here.
It depends on if there's like some sort of protective packaging in there, or if you're just holding the actual thing. I am trying.
It is not opened.
Oh no, I know. I'm trying to figure it out from the packaging.
Good luck, sir.
I'm gonna see what the chat says.
The chat is currently voting, but I don't think they're gonna know this one.
If they do, I will be in awe.
All right, let's see.
But Ty Drago says obviously. It's picture
Obviously,
one
picture
He
1 or
also
2
said Larry.
from Ty Drago.
Yeah, he also said Larry.
All right, Luis Vian for Dr. Doggy says, I thought they were both sibling like Dr. Drew from Despicable Me 3 and his blonde brother. She's talking about you both together. One of you is Drew, one of you is the blonde brother.
I love
fantastic.
I love it.
Okay, I'm gonna go with B again. That seems like the safe answer.
B? Okay.
Yeah.
So we got one for B.
When in doubt, go with B. I've heard that.
Dr. Doggy, what do you got? Is it A, picture 1 or 2, B, picture 3 or 4, or C, picture 5 or 6?
You know, besides the fact that he plays smart, he did actually, I gotta say he's pretty smart. Titan, he said it earlier. It's 1 or 2.
It's 1 or 2, all right.
Yeah.
So we got an A and we got a B.
He's got some brains after all.
We got an A and a B in the chat. All right, so let me end the voting in the chat. We're going to stop it right there.
I'm so excited.
And the poll, I am excited for this one too.
Oh, this is awesome. This is great. Oh, but this is awesome. Even though I know
All
what
right,
the answer
so,
is.
Oh wait, am I supposed to be
we
doing
got,
the
we
monster
got
math?
Kilo Milo saying B is always a good guess in the academic world. All right. Princess Zelda, what is in the grab bag?
Oh, let's find out.
Oh,
Here we
this
go, here we go.
suspense.
I am so, this is intense, guys. This is intense.
It is this guy, which was A. He was number 2.
Oh,
No,
Number
yes.
2.
number
Oh my
That's right,
goodness.
Titan. We know.
Cappy!
We know what's up.
Team A wins. All
Snap
right,
it to a
Princess Zelda, how
syndrome.
did the chat do?
The chat went with Titan and Dr. Doggy Dog PhD.
Driver's ed, PhD.
That's right. All right, everybody. That's going to do it for this intermission. Be sure to keep tuning in for the rest of the intermissions as we go on with our show. Oh, that was fantastic, guys. That was great.
Yes, sirree.
Obviously, my wife got it right. She's saying high five. Yeah. Yes. Exit
Excitement.
Excitement. Oh, I couldn't read that. Is that how the kids type nowadays?
That's how the kids, yeah.
I couldn't get it. Oh my goodness. What is Dr. Doggy not a doctor of, really? That's a good question there.
That's right.
He's
I'm a doctor of everything.
Doctor of
Besides,
everything.
yeah, I'm even a
Would you
doctor
say
of
make you a
BS.
Dr.
I
Love
mean,
sometime?
I've got it all. I've got it all under one roof.
All right. Let's move on with the show, shall we?
Thank you for
Okay.
noticing that.
So, ladies first, we're on to our next set of favorite games. Princess Zelda, tell us about your next favorite game that you couldn't stop playing.
So this one I couldn't stop playing due to collaborative efforts. I was not in an online community for a very long time. So when I played with others, this was what I played. The Mario Kart series, specifically Mario Kart 8. And I loved the classic characters. And then like they had different skills, like Bowser and Donkey Kong were a little cumbersome, but they would like whip Toady off the road. But then Toady was quick and nimble. So, I mean, you just had to strategize and you could use that excuse if you lost. But it also gave you like a handicap for disadvantaged players like myself. So you'd get the blue turtle shell or the 3 red shells.
Nice.
So kind of like golf, you'd get that handicap. But I just loved the characters, although I didn't like the baby characters, truth be told. I didn't like that idea, but I did like the levels. I love the water park and the airport, and so I thought it was so fun to play with my friends on this game.
That's fantastic. Mario Kart 8. What a great choice. Chris, did you play this game, and did you waste hours on it?
Oh my, yes. Actually, okay. I have a story about this game too, because
All right, let's hear it.
So back in 2015, 2016, I went to my local thrift store, and in the case at the front, like the glass case where they put the stuff that they don't want just out on the floor, I found a sealed copy of Action 52 for the NES.
Oh,
I was like, oh, okay, that has to be hundreds of dollars. Can I have a look at it? Price tag of $6.
for Action 52?
It's sealed. Like original packaging sealed.
Wow.
I grabbed that and then spent the rest of the day finding out how much I could get for it from retro game stores around Toronto.
Uh-huh.
And I finally settled on $300 plus Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U and
Wow.
Mario Party for the Wii U.
Wow.
So-
What a fantastic find. $6.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Wow. I
Ju-
feel like he
just-
had some insider trading on that one. I feel like that there was a label swap in there.
No, it was a crit 20. If we're gonna go with like D&D terminology or something, it was sheer luck. I just walked by. I was like, no, that can't be what I think it is. And then, yeah, I was just like, please, before someone else gets, please.
Check me out. Check it out. Check out. That's so fun.
So and yeah, after that,
when you got Mario Kart 8, did you play it a lot? Was it?
Oh yeah, like I've unlocked all of the stuff you can unlock on the Wii U, including the weird Mercedes downloadable car. We got like myself, my partner, and our roommate at the time. We spent hours with this. We unlocked everything, and maybe got into a few fights over it.
That's right. That's when you know. That's when
you
know
never
it's
want to
real.
be in first place in Mario Kart until the
Right.
very last second.
That's a good point.
Dougie, I know you're a Mario Kart guy. Did you play Mario Kart 8?
I have limited play time here on Mario Kart 8. Santa just brought it into the house here in at Christmas time. But this gives me a great time. Look at that rainbow road. That looks, that's great. But it brings me back to the original Super Mario Kart, one of my most played games ever. Battle mode. The battle mode in The original Super Mario Kart with the 4 tracks is
Three balloons.
classic, legendary. They should have never changed that. That should be in every single game. All 4 of those single tracks. Man, we used to play that. We used to bet baseball and basketball cards. Like we just look at a Beckett and we'd pile up. Okay, well, this is worth $25. This is worth $25. So we'd play 3 balloons, baby, and that's it. And they're gone. And you know who usually won? Me. Always, man. That's how it went. But no, it was intense, man. That stuff was so fun. And the racing and the CC, playing against the computer was even fun. The 50cc, then you unlock the 100, then 150cc was tough, man. They were cheap. You talk about cheap and hard. And I'm sure it's probably the same way here. But yeah, Mario Kart, I'm sure it doesn't matter which one, 1 through 8. You're always going to have a blast, man. Look, they did motorcycles. Heck, I didn't know. Yeah, man, that's awesome. I didn't know they moved into motorcycles.
All right. John 7I says that was a steal, Chris, literally.
Right.
Shout out to my nephew or my niece here, watching from Indonesia. Appreciate you guys tuning in.
Oh, yes.
Kilo Milo says he has this on the 2DS. I actually did not know that Mario Kart 8 was on the DS system. I might have to look for it now.
No, I didn't know that either.
So, yeah. Okay. So, that's going to take us through with Princess Zelda. Doggy, you're up, sir. Oh, sorry. No, you're not. Never mind.
No.
No, you're not. I lied. Chris, you're up, sir. What do you got?
Okay, so my second game, I'm going to go more recent, despite the fact that I am mostly retro focused, but Insomniac Spider-Man for the PS4. Yes, it takes a lot from the Batman Arkham games, but the thing is, it takes it further with Batman and with any of the open world Arkham games. Either it's Arkham City, which is closed off and everyone's a villain, or Gotham's been evacuated, so it's just the villains and the occasional hostage. With Spider-Man, it's New York. It's fully populated. You can go down and take selfies with people. And because of that, you get to be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, something that I don't think any other Spider-Man game got right. Like, even when you're just chasing down pigeons to make sure that there's no pollutants that are affecting the pigeon population, taking selfies, looking at monuments, you are a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You are Spider-Man as more than just someone who beats up thugs and fights criminals. You are doing all the things Spider-Man does, and it was a refreshing change. If I throw the term ludonarrative dissonance, do we know what that is?
No, I don't know what Illuminati dissonance is.
Okay, it's the divide between what you do when you're playing versus how your character is represented in like cutscenes or whatever. I think like how in Uncharted 2, Nathan Drake is fighting against Dragovich. I can't remember the bad guy's name, but the bad guy's supposed to be this genocidal warlord, kills hundreds of people, wants to kill thousands more, and then once you actually start playing, Drake does the exact same thing. He is killing hundreds of people in order to stop this guy from killing hundreds of people, and they aren't as different as the cutscenes make them seem. Right. But with Spider-Man, he is Spider-Man in cutscene, in gameplay. You are trying to maintain the core of the character. So that just blew my mind.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah, an open world Spider-Man where in New York City. And yeah, that definitely is a reason to get sucked into it. If you can make a connection to it like that, I think that's a good game to play for a long time. Has anybody else here played Spider-Man 64? Spider-Man PS4?
Well, I played Spider-Man 64 too.
I actually didn't even know that was a thing.
Superman 64.
Spider-Man PS4 here.
I have not, but man, I mean, that game has to be fantastic. I mean, You know, I mean, you really don't hear anybody.
It's so weird. Every time
Talk
I go back
ill-
to full screen, it messes up.
Yeah, I mean, nobody talks ill of it. I mean, yeah, the fighting style looks just excellent. Looks like something I could definitely get into. Insomniac made it, you know. I mean, so you know, it's gonna right. Insomniac made that, right? I didn't misspeak, right?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, the game looks excellent. It's beloved by all. I haven't had a PS since the PS3, so I missed out, and that's my bad. But I can definitely see your love for the game, and I'm sure it's awesome. And I missed out on that one.
Absolutely. Princess Zelda, have you played Spider-Man?
I have spent so many hours playing Spider-Man in Fortnite in this recent season, but I'm not allowed to talk about that because it doesn't meet the rules of this topic. I have not played the game to which it refers.
In Fortnite.
You actually get the web fingers, and I'm not allowed to talk about it on this one, though, so I'll stop.
That was a way better answer than mine.
That's a good reference. Yeah, not bad at all. I actually I have a PS4 and Spider-Man is not on my radar, just being honest. In general, you know, me being more of a DC guy, right?
Oh, okay.
I find Spider-Man to be in essence, I almost find him to be daytime Batman. You know? Like I get as offended as you want to get offended on that, right? Because that's the way I feel about him. And you know, not that he's a bad character or that he has bad villains or anything like that. I love the movies. I just have no interest in playing the games for some reason. Because I just don't find the character that appealing to me, to my senses, right?
It looks like it plays so fun, though. You know what I'm saying? Like the gameplay looks.
No, it definitely. And it, you know, like Chris said, it took a lot of notes from the Batman games, right?
Mm.
So, like, I don't know. It just seems like daytime Batman. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I see.
I'm
your
sure
point.
it's
I mean, yeah.
fantastic and all that good stuff.
Oh, I'm sure it
not
is fantastic.
Clowning
Yeah.
anybody
Parker's
who likes
a
it.
kid.
I'm
He
just
has a
saying that,
curfew.
that from the Mary Jane hurt me. No, it just seems that from the trailers, it's just not enough. Like, I just don't understand it. I'm not drawn into Spider-Man PS4. That's all.
Try it on
But I
Fortnite.
did get drawn into Miles Morales, and it's probably because Miles Morales is more my color, you know.
But
didn't
it play kind of the same? I mean, isn't it kind of all the would it play kind of the same?
Miles Morales is different than
Is it?
regular
Okay.
Spider-Man because he swings differently, more of a carefree style of swinging, web swinging, and he also can channel electrical current through his body.
Oh, okay.
And you know, he becomes invisible as well. So he has a different approach than other Spider-Man would. And he doesn't like getting into fights. In the comics, he doesn't like getting into fights either. So
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I need to play Miles Morales. It's just a matter of time and money at this point.
More time than anything, to be honest. Absolutely. All right. Doggy, moving on to you. What do you got? For real this time. For real, I swear.
Oh, wait, yeah. For real. For reals here this time.
For reals this time.
My second game came from just last year. It was like one of my favorite games last year. And man, it got all quiet. Is it quiet? You guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Of course, you guys. Okay. Yeah, one of my favorite games last year, one of my top fives. Immortals Phoenix Rising, right? I was excited for this game. I think before it came out, it was called like Gods and Monsters or something like that.
Yeah,
it got delayed for a while, something like that. And I was excited as could be for that game. And then all of a sudden, like real fast, it changed the name to Immortals Phoenix Rising. It was going to release early December. I went and picked this game up, and man, I could not stop. I was addicted to this game. Like, I hadn't played a bunch of the Assassin's Creed, so I wasn't used to the whole their open world structure, you know, like all that kind of stuff. So that drew me in. The beautiful world, the Greek mythology, even though the story was kind of the humor, it was kind of weird. But anyway, it was still fun. The character right here, Phoenix, was you know, she was a likable character, easily customizable. You could do whatever with. But yeah, this map, as soon as you opened it up and looked around, there was so much. What's up?
I'm sorry. Tony Grosso caught me off guard with this comment. I'm just now reading it.
What you got, Tony Grosso?
He says, talking about Spider-Man, okay?
Oh.
He says, this is very racist against anyone that can't carry electricity through their body. That's not true. All humans carry electricity through their body. Just
right, I
not
guess,
that
yeah.
high voltage and amperage, And my wife took a guess at your game, Doggy. It must have been Forza, but Forza was disqualified as it doesn't have an end.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed Forza, Rock Band, the Rock Band series, or Street Fighter 2. I couldn't pick that one either.
They have no ending. They don't count.
Yeah,
Move
exactly.
on,
Yeah.
Keep going about it.
Rock Band has an ending.
What did?
Yeah. I tried to pitch my I don't know. Yeah, he wasn't buying it. Yeah, but yeah, Rock Band, which by the way, shout out to them. But this game, I love Rock Band. It's the greatest, man. Yeah. But the combat in this game, I loved it. It seemed like you used like 4 different buttons if I remember correctly. And you like one you had to press and to bring down your other.
Yeah, you could access sub attacks or special attacks.
Sub attacks, and man, you had stamina with it. It was just the combat was epic. There you go. It says it right there. I even liked how you had to have stamina. I think Breath of the Wild did this too, where you had to stamina to climb stuff.
Yep.
And everything she did was cool. Like she had a lot of attributes right away. Even the flying was cool. I think that was right away. But everything, you'd have to go find these vaults, right?
Yep.
Vaults. And they would have either bosses at the end or just a big round sphere. And you could upgrade your character that way. You go back to this big shrine where you're supposed to have all the other gods come back to you that been collected. Man, there was so much to do. I mean, I'm getting all completely off the story, but there was just so much to do. The puzzles weren't that hard. Like, they weren't like, oh, I got to go find a YouTube guide to figure this out or nothing. It was a refreshing game, enjoyable adventure. I guess I would put it as. And and I bought the I beat it all, and then I started over, and now my map has all got clouds again, and I started playing it again, and then there was all kinds of other stuff to play. So I did that, and I also bought the DLC when it was on sale for $19. So I need to definitely go back and get that. And this game is on sale right now for $15. If you have not played this game,
it's a dang cheap. Yeah,
go get this. This thing, you'll love
game.
this. Yeah, it took me 55 hours here to beat probably a little less than that because I played a little bit more after that. But yeah, 55 hours I've been playing it, and it's I enjoyed it. I would be at work, like, dude, I gotta get back home and play this. Now, I couldn't play like some people, which they're each their own. But I can't play but like a couple 3 hours a day. This or that, unless it's the weekend or whatever. So I was excited for this game for 2 or 3 weeks in a row. I'd come home from work, let's get chores done, get supper done, just play this game. So
absolutely,
I loved it. Yeah, this game was a favorite for me.
Did either of you guys play Immortals: Phoenix Rising? Princess Zelda says no. Chris, did you play this game?
I haven't, but if it's $15 right now, I definitely have to.
Yeah. It's.
You should. Not gonna lie, you should. So I bought this one for my Switch, and I play this game during my lunch break. And what I love about this game is that it's action RPG to the core. Right? If you want to get stronger, you got to find it.
Yes.
There's no such thing as grinding in this game, which again I love. Right? Like, if you wanted to get stronger weapons, well, you were gonna have to find it either by killing a boss or by solving a puzzle or just randomly randomly finding a chest underneath some statue's balls or something. Right?
You're right.
So you had to do this, right? And you would find, and like your special attacks, like the gods would teach you special attacks, and those were progressive with the story. Right. And I was just like, oh man, this is so cool. Because it was just traditional action RPG. There was no stats to manage.
Yes.
I mean, there were, but not really. You did level up and all that other good stuff, but it really didn't matter. If you wanted to be strong, you needed to find
explore
the equipment.
Yeah.
If you wanted to have like super stamina, you needed to find the super stamina item. You know what I'm talking about, doggy.
Right. And
Right.
it wasn't hard to know where to go get it. You just had to go get it, you know. This game was just it was
Yeah.
perfect in that way, you know. And yeah, you just
Yeah, like
exploration.
there's
was key.
very few games that by the time you're done clearing the map of what's available on the map, that you are just ridiculously OP. Like, and then like some of the harder bosses, some of the ending bosses, like, okay, well that didn't work. Let me change out my equipment to this and this or that.
Yes.
And you know, it was trial and error to find weaknesses and cheese them completely. So it was
Right.
fun. It is fun, and it looks gorgeous. So you know, I know it's cartoony, Fortnite or whatever, but I don't care. The art style is beautiful in this game.
Yeah, I love that art style. I thought it was
Yeah.
great. You know, I liked it. Yeah, and great. Well said.
It does look like they are pulling from what they did with Odyssey as well. Because I'm a super nerd, I actually have a bit of a background in classics as well. And a lot of the armor and the architecture is surprisingly accurate. Like the wings obviously are not, no one had wings. But like the breastplates and the greaves and the colonnades and all of that look accurate to certain periods in Greek history. And so it definitely looks like if they weren't the Odyssey team, they were definitely talking to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I definitely think it did pull from that. All right. Let me move this show right along. Moving on to my game. not to ignore you, Chris. We just have like a very time constraint.
No, I totally understand. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Oh no, definitely don't be sorry.
No, don't be sorry. We got this.
We love your interaction. Hell yeah.
So the next game that for me is, it started as a slow burn. If I'm being honest, I chugged through it. Like, when is it gonna get good? When is it gonna get good? And it wasn't boring per se. It was just slow to get going. But once it got going, holy crap, did this game get going? And that is, of course, Red Dead Redemption 2 by Rockstar Studios. Probably the most beautiful game, one of the most beautiful games ever made. Detailed to the extreme. And I love that you have to consider everything. The music in this game, the shooting was janky at first, but it got better. The story got better. The side quests were so entertaining. I remember this one side quest where these twins were fighting over the same girl, and they were trying to win her over by seeing who was more macho. So they would have me like punch them in the face, or well, you know, if you punch me in the groin, I bet you I won't flinch. And it was just so hilarious. They were like throwing themselves off of buckets into rivers. I mean, it was funny trying to win over this girl, in my opinion. And it was an interesting side quest, you know. And the ending got emotional. Like, so, you know, you make choices in the game, and you can either be a good outlaw or a bad outlaw. And at the end, you're taking what's called Arthur's Last Ride, right? Mm-hmm. And it plays sound clips of some of the decisions you've made to like replay your life in the game. It's so it just tugs at the heartstrings. And then you play as John Marston at the end, right before the original Red Dead, to see how it connects. And it's epic on another level. That's all I have to say to this game. This game it's fantastic. I feel that everybody should play it, but I know that it's not everybody's style. And I didn't even do everything in this game there is to do. I clocked in 86 hours on this game to do the side quest and main mission only. I didn't do any hunting. I didn't do any crafting. I just did horses, getting better horses, you know, putting gold triggers on my guns because I can. You know, just all kinds of stuff like that. And it was fun. It was so much fun. If anybody ever wants to talk about Red Dead Redemption with me, hit me up. We'll just talk about Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, he is a fan for sure. Yeah, there's
this is
denying that.
I like Red. It's funny because I don't play the Grand Theft Autos, but I love the Red Dead Redemption series. Mm-hmm. Love it. Did anybody else play this game?
You guys go ahead if you guys want.
Well, although I was not compelled to play it, Titan would say Red Dead, and then I would go downstairs and watch him.
See, and it would be just. I bet you it was just as fun watching it as playing it. Really, I mean, like in a way. I mean, it presented such a story, and the music with it, and man, yeah.
What is happening? Sorry about this, chat. Sorry about this. I seem to be having internet issues here.
Oh no!
All right, sorry, doggy. You were saying, say it again.
Well, I cut off Princess Zelda. Actually, she should just go ahead and keep.
No, that was it. I loved watching it.
Yeah, well, and that's okay, and exactly. This game will be just as well to watch as play. That's how great this game was. I mean, it presented such a great story. Yeah, like Axel said, it might have been a little slow at first, man, but once you kind of got going on it and everything, I mean, just yeah, what a perfect game. And it's different than Grand Theft Auto style, but I mean, why would you want the same thing again, So, and I know that the online doesn't count kind of for our thing, but I played a lot of the online with my friends and stuff, and it was pretty fun in its own kind of way too. Just a great game all around. Yeah, the online on this one is toxic as the GTA online. So, yeah, the story on this was amazing. The music, we covered that, I think last week. That's the way it is. Cruel World.
Yeah.
So this game presented a story, graphics, music, like no other in last gen, at the end of last gen there. Great. Yeah.
Titan says, I'm about to hit my 1-year anniversary of a game that played in Smite. I'm at 340 days of gameplay right now.
Oh, man!
Man, you think you'd be better. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I know. Yeah, I already
game that captures you like that. That's
awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Chris, did you play Red Dead?
That much?
This is my shame. I've played the first one, but I haven't finished it, and I don't want to play the second one until I finish the first one. Like, I've had everything spoiled for me, but it's the journey. So,
yes.
Yeah, I need to go finish the first one so I can play the second one. I'm sorry.
I don't really like spoilers, but I feel like Red Dead Redemption was an experience beginning to end. I knew everything that was going to happen because obviously Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption 1.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's the journey. And man, what a journey. John 907I says Western GTA with an amazing soundtrack. Absolutely. Fantastic. Yep. Beautiful soundtrack.
And I completely understand, Chris.
All of that being said, guys, sorry, doggy, I'm going to cut you off right there.
That's all right.
What you have to say is not important.
No, it's never.
As intermission time with Princess Zelda again. Woo!
Woo! Woo!
Yeah!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for round 2. Currently, it appears as though our very own Dr. Diggity Dog is the real doctor, but I'm not sure yet. We need more evidence.
Oh, no, you didn't just put me with the Diggity, with like that rapping guy. The rapping guy, Dr. Diggity Dog do. Who is this man? Why is he a sensation? I'm DJ Diggity Dog, and I can't rap. Everything I do, it sounds like crap. See, I got that, and I don't need your beat, Axel. You know what your beat sounded like? It sounded like some kid who didn't know how to blow up a balloon. Yeah.
Oh, my beatboxing, unbelievable.
Ouch.
Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. I'm having trouble over here typing in the first quiz. Somebody do something entertaining. Doggy, say something entertaining.
Well, I know one thing. It's not that Diggity Dog guy. I'm done picking on this guy. You know what? You know what's entertaining is Axel. You are a good guy, man. Besides, having that guy on there, you've really stepped up your game. This show, you people in the chat, you should share this out with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell so that when he's dropping new content, you can be notified. That's what I did. And it has only made me smarter, which there's not many things that do, but that did.
Wise doctor. Wise
That is
indeed.
the description and promo I've ever heard in my life. All right, I am ready. Princess Zelda. So we are going to get started here. Let me bring this up. All right.
Ooh.
Dr. Chris, PhD,
Ooh.
says, just saw the latest trailer for Sonic 2 and ellipses. I think it looks way better than it has any right to be. I actually really want to see it.
Interesting. It appears, Dr. Chris, that you informed the public about Sonic the Hedgehog. As a veterinarian, could you kindly tell us what is the correct term for a male hedgehog? Is it A, bull, B, a boar, or C, Mr. Hedgehog? And go.
Well, I'm going to see what's mentioned in the chat.
Chad, he needs you. He's phoning a friend.
Yeah, we need one of that lifetime music. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
I agree, Luis.
Dr. Doggy, you're getting challenged.
I've been challenged. The beatbox was great. Dr. Doggy, you mess with me? Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, it was great for, that diggity doo-doo guy, but, not for me.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. All right, we're back to the question. What is the name for a male hedgehog, Dr. Chris?
Well, I do like option C, but I think option A, bull hedgehog. I'm remembering that right.
A bull hedgehog. All right, he's going with bull hedgehog. All right, Dr. Doggy, what is the name for a male hedgehog?
Well, as the physical ed PhD from the Harvard Community College of Applied Exercise Positions, I am completely qualified to answer this question. It is. A male hedgehog is Mr. Hedgehog.
Mr. Hedgehog, all right. Doggo, I'm obviously tired of giving away the correct answers for free. And shout out to my mom who joins us. Hello, Mom. Thank you so much.
Hello, Mom.
Appreciate the help, though, Titan.
Okay, so what is the answer for a male hedgehog, Princess Zelda?
The correct answer for a male hedgehog is, in fact, B, a boar.
Really?
Be a boar. Oh, my
boar.
gosh. Both doctors were wrong. How did the chat do?
I'm never
The
wrong.
chat went with bull as well, with 40%. 20% said boar, and 40% also thought it was polite to say Mr.
Shout out to Back in the Dead who joins us. Hey, Back.
Hello.
Thank you
Back?
so much for joining us. Dr. Doggy, Louis says, where are we going after the show? Meet us at IHOP. You pay.
All right, I've got it. We're going to be drinking plenty of coffee. That's all I ask. And then we're going to go play some pinball later. You pay up. Some pinball and some pool. Pay the quarters.
It's cool. All right, hold on. Let's see. Sorry, I got to load up the question. It takes time to load these questions,
Lady
guys.
Luna, what's up, Lady Luna? Came for the craziness.
All right. I feel like this is going to be my favorite question. Hold on.
Maybe if we had the
I totally got the wrong answer here. Whew, almost give away the answer. Oh my god, that was
We've seen that last week.
Yeah. That doo-doo guy. Exactly. If I better never see that guy on this show again, or I'm not ever coming back on here again.
That's what you always say, Doctor.
I better not say
You
that.
always come back.
Yeah, he always says that.
Yeah, this show's too much fun. You could never, it's just.
You could never. No, this show's too much fun.
Yeah, except for Axel.
All right. Okay. And for some reason, I can't ask the community. Something went wrong.
That's all right. We think, hey, you guys can fill in the choice on this one. We got this. This is all fun. We got this.
There we go. Okay.
Just agree with me.
Just agree with me.
Right.
Yes.
And you don't charge.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. And now I am ready. Okay, so here we go. Dr. Chris, PhD, says, it says a lot about how well Super Metroid has aged. That, when recording B-reel footage, I wanted at most 10 minutes, but wound up playing for an hour. This sounds like it's a problematic issue for you, Dr. Chris, that you keep playing for longer than you should.
You know what, Dr. Chris? You post this stuff. I bet you never would have thought that you get this stuff. They're digging into everything. It's like you're in court or something.
All right. So once again, the tweet was that that he played for an hour instead of 10 minutes. Princess Zelda, what is the question?
Your next question is, what made astronomer Chris extend his gameplay by 50 minutes? A, he was inspired by Samus Aran's representation as a strong female role model. B, he wanted to rid the galaxy of Metroids. Or C, this is a family show, so it will remain a mystery. And go.
Oh. All right. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at what he was playing for. OMG. What is going on here, Dr. Chris?
I have those boots.
How do you explain this?
I explained that by saying that's the original Metroid, not Super Metroid.
Oh, sorry. How do you explain this one?
Yeah.
Zero mission.
This is Zero Mission. I see. And what about this one right here? Aha! We got him, chat. We got him. Look at that face. We got him. Oh my goodness.
Is there an A and B option?
A and B.
A combo platter, eh?
All right. So, what was the question again, Princess Zelda? Because I
Your
totally forgot.
question
I got so excited.
was, what made astronomer Chris extend his gameplay by 50 minutes? Was it A, he was inspired by Samus Aran's representation as a strong female role model? B, he wanted to rid the galaxy of Metroids? Or C, this is a family show, so the answer will remain a mystery.
All right. So what is your answer to all these things you were playing for?
See, I know the context for this, so I'm going to say B.
B? All right. He goes with B. Dr. Doggy, why was he playing for 50 more minutes?
Oh, I think that what he was doing is he's kind of being like me, man. He sees this sexy, strong, mature female, and he just it's kind of like me. It reminds me at the University of the Lunch Lady, right? So it makes you feel some sexy and strong, and it makes you feel so. It kind of makes you like, I wonder if you're gonna have to call the doctor because you got the 4-hour. Wait a minute, we're gonna go with C. We're gonna leave this.
C. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. We were just getting to the good part.
I thought the lunch lady was the good part.
Oh my goodness. All right, Princess Zelda. Why did he play for an extra? Why did hold on a second here. Let's put him up against the evidence. Why did he play for an extra 50 minutes here?
The evidence is clear as day. He was inspired by Samus Aran's representation as a strong female role model. Clearly. The correct answer is A.
There you go. The answer is A. So fun. The Time Drago says, I didn't even know there was a Lunch Lady University. I learned something new every single day.
Lunch Lady you.
Adam Sandler was like a teacher there, I remember. Chris Farley was there.
The lunch lady from Billy Madison.
Yeah.
With the sloppy joes.
Sloppy Joys. Yes, he carried us.
Yes. Woo.
Oh, it's so fun. Okay, moving on with our show here. Back to ladies first. Princess Zelda, even though I'm not ready here. Okay, now I'm ready. What is your third game?
So
and
my
final game of the evening.
Yes, my final game for the evening was the original Legend of Zelda. And I chose this game because I love everything about it. And once again, I was very young when I first played it, and I beat it again like 3 months ago. I always go back to this game because it's so fun for me, and I always try to find new hidden gems when I burn bushes and things like that. But also, I always like fantasy where there's a damsel in distress, and even though Zelda can be a heroine rather, everybody needs help sometimes.
You know what, guys? I think every time I pull up the trailers, the stream messes up. So I'm not going to do that anymore for the rest of the evening. Sorry, chat. I know that that's my norm, but I got to conserve this internet. Okay, I'm sorry, Princess Zelda. What was all of that all over again? I'm just kidding. Not all of it. I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
Just the last few sentences.
Well, I know I love a strong character. Everybody loves a strong character, and this is a damsel in distress. But I also enjoy that too because everybody needs help sometimes, including the heroine.
There you go. Dr. Chris, we got a comment for you. Here?
Oh, come on.
Absolutely.
A strong D&D role model. There you go.
Yes.
We all know this is why
Let's
he
put
was
that
playing
back up.
with
Thank you.
50 minutes.
Yes, back. That's awesome. Woo.
Okay, has anybody else here played the original Legend of Zelda, the OG on the NES?
I love that.
Anybody
Nice.
else? All right.
Oh,
Doggy,
yeah.
you have.
Man,
Tell us about why you love it.
Okay. I wanted to take these stickers and mark them, because I played through this, remember that map? Remember that map, everybody?
Mhm.
That is a
Had a
legendary.
printout of this.
I always kind of wanted to take these off there and put them on there. But yeah, I played through this so many times. I couldn't even imagine, I don't know. I couldn't imagine, even though I haven't, Princess Zelda said she played through here recently. It's probably on the Nintendo Online. I need to go back and play it again. But yeah, I loved that game. That was one of my original favorites when I got my Nintendo. It had that golden colored cartridge, man. It was the only one of its kind. Well, till Zelda 2 or whatever, but man, it's just, what wasn't there to love about that? I mean, if you didn't like that game, you were a straight stick in the mud of Ganon. Straight up.
Chris, did you play the OG Legend of Zelda?
Oh, absolutely. The only reason I didn't pick that as one of my games is because I know that there's someone on here whose screen name is Princess Zelda, and
Yeah.
I wasn't going to step on toes.
Yeah, there you go.
But
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
The original NES, the GBA re-release. I think I've got it on my Wii U. The NES Classic. I have played it so many times.
Wow.
And it never gets old no matter how many times you play it.
Nope.
Yeah, I just get to that what is that, the Lost Woods, Lost Forest, whatever, and what
Yeah.
was that? What is it? Up north, what is it? Northwest, southwest? Is that what it is?
I don't
How do you
know.
get through the Lost
I don't
Forest? How do you get
remember.
through the Lost Forest,
Yeah,
guys? How do you do it? Is that what it is?
Oh,
Northwest, southwest? They tell you somewhere.
Zelda, is that
One of the
true?
goblins tell you. One of the
Seems pretty-
goblins tell you one of the things. Yeah. Yeah, the lore.
I remember playing this game and not using a guide. I only used the map to kind of see the big map that Doggy showed.
Mhm.
I only saw that map to see where kind of in general I was, because I was so lost. But I didn't use any temple guides. I didn't use anything else. And I love how it encouraged just running around, trying to figure it out. And that's,
Yep.
it probably took, if I would have used the guide, it probably took me 3 times as long. So yeah, that's always here. What's talking over here dissing about? It's always top 3 when people have top games of all time. Oh, you mean The Legend of Zelda? Yeah, I mean for good reason. It's a fantastic game. Great
Oh
choice,
yeah,
Legend of
yeah,
Zelda.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah,
choice.
great. Yeah.
All right, we are moving on to our special guest, Chris. What was your third and last game that you couldn't put down?
Okay, my third and last game. I did go with a horror game, but surprisingly for me, not a Resident Evil. What I chose instead. Sorry?
I was totally going to guess Resident Evil.
I decided to go with the Swerve. it just got a remaster released a few months ago, I think. But I'm gonna go with Alan Wake because with the pulpy writing, the flashlight mechanic, and the atmosphere, including the episode breaks, it just was fantastic. I wound up playing it over a weekend. The episode breaks are good places to stop, but I didn't. Mm-hmm. It also has one of the best jump scares I've ever encountered because it was not a pre-scripted jump scare. I was in the mountains. I had just come across one of the like small little cabins that the developers had put throughout as just like flavor for the map or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I had walked across the front porch of the cabin, and I stopped, and I still heard the footprints or the footsteps because like I'd walked across it. I heard the wood creaking. I stopped, but the wood was still creaking. And I was like, huh, is there something wrong with the game? I turn around, and one of the enemies was right behind me. It was walking in step with me and was just about to grab me. And considering this happened at like 2 a.m, I jumped out of my chair.
Nice. Fantastic. Did anybody else play the Alan Wake games? I know that horror is not really our thing here. No,
I never played it. Man, it sounds like something really cool. I mean, it seems like a classic to a lot of people, but no, I never played it. Is it a first-person shooter?
No,
right?
It's third-person flashlight.
A third-person? Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
third-person flashlight. I love Alan Wake because I feel that it came out right at the right time. The 360 era where graphics were getting better, but they weren't so clear that you could see off into the distance. You know, like the fog was actual fog. The flashlight mechanic really worked well. If the remake, I haven't played the remake, haven't looked into it, but if the remake doesn't get the fog right, I don't know if it'll have the same effect. But Alan Wake, especially the typewriting, like if the game starts with that typewriting, you know.
Yeah.
It's just really good. It is. I don't play too many horror games as it's not my thing, but Alan Wake was one that I did play, but I didn't beat it. I know. I got too scared. No, not really, but just ran out of time. Free time, that is. Great choice there, Chris. Great choice. Doggy, what is your third?
What about Princess Zelda? Did you play?
Hold on. We got something here from John 979. He says, "Love the vibe and atmosphere in the original." Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And Chris had a question for Princess Zelda.
Oh yeah, right. Did Princess Zelda play it? I don't know if you responded at all, and if I just missed it.
Dr. Chris, I try to steer clear of horror because jump scares literally put me over the edge.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I'm not going to say it. Okay. I'll say it later. Doggy, you're up, sir. What is your game? Third and final game.
My third and final game out of the so many to pick from. Like, there's so many hard to pick from, you know. But I'm going to go with one that I mentioned a lot because it was one of my favorites, if not my favorite game of all time. Final Fantasy II on the Super Nintendo. I was so into JRPGs like Dragon Warrior, the original Final Fantasy on the NES, and I loved adventure games like Zelda and that kind of stuff. So this thing was my jam. We used to go rent it like forever. And that's part of the reason I played through it so many times. Is we just rent it, right? And then it had the battery pack. And I remember how the cartridges have a battery pack. It had the gold sticker on the back, and it said, "It'll save your memory or whatever." No, so you rent the game, you get so far in it, I'd take it back, and then these people mess with your save, erase it or whatever. So you have to start over. So we started getting good enough this game, keep beating it. Rent it one time, just played it through the whole weekend, leave this bad boy on. Finally, I was smart enough to just buy it. But anyway, I'd keep playing through this game. Man, the story of Cecil, the Dark Knight, Rosa, the White Mage, through this game. It was addictive. The music, of course, Square Enix style was just immersive. You could just hear it in your sleep. You wake up the next day, and as a school kid, it's summertime. You wake up and it's hot outside. And oh yeah, wait, I don't have to go to school. I just play this game, and you just play it some more. And I just, man, over a 2-year period, I played this game so much. I mean, I don't know. I bought it on iOS, played it through. I bought it on an iPad because they wouldn't let you buy the same version on iPad and iPhone. I played on the flights to Florida and stuff. But yeah, I love this. I wish they would come out with the pixel perfect version on Xbox, because I would love to play through this game with some achievements. That would be the pinnacle. Just let me play through this. But this, to me, for whatever reason, this game resonated with me. If it was the story, the music, the characters, if it was all of it, just the old school opening chest, dragons, the old spells of ice and fire and all this stuff and lightning, and just all that was infatuating to me at the time, and I couldn't draw myself away from it. And it was great, because the newer Final Fantasy started going with more modern technology and trains and steam powered stuff, so this was kind of, to me, it was kind of my last ride of the greatest Final Fantasy, even though the other ones were great. But I love the old school. This meant so much to me. I played through so many times. Sorry, I'm rambling on. I do it.
It's all right. Tell your piece. Did anybody else here play Final Fantasy 2?
Yes.
Yes? All right, Princess Zelda. Did you love it?
I did love it, and I agree with Doggy Dog that I actually preferred the older versions than the newer versions. But although I like the music better in the newer version, but I did, and I did love this game too. And this is one that I actually enjoyed playing and watching. I just think it's a fantastic game and a great choice.
Amazing. What about you, Chris? Did you play this one?
I did, but I didn't come to it until years later, because originally it was a choice between A Link to the Past and Final Fantasy 2. And so I wound up going with A Link to the Past, but I did wind up playing it, both the original SNES version and the DS remake. And I'm wondering if anyone else has played the After Years, the epilogue that they released for the Wii and the PSP.
I have not.
Dog is ready to go off.
Yeah, I have not played that. I forgot to mention that. That was good. Thank you very much. They did make like an After Years or something like you said. Yeah, no, I did not. I have not played that. They have that on iPhone and stuff. I didn't know they had it on console. I'd rather play it on like a console. That's the reason I never got it on here. It's more fun. So what was the After Years on console? It was on?
Unfortunately, I think it was the only home console it was released on was the Wii. Yeah, exactly. That
store's probably gone. Yeah, no, I never played that. Did you play the After Years thing?
I did not.
No? Oh, yeah. That's something I definitely like to play. See, that's what I'm saying. Play Square. Give us that. Give them a little package. Give us whatever it is they call it, Final Fantasy 4 and the Final Fantasy 4 After Years. Yeah, give us that. Give us that with achievements, please. Yes, but man, I love that. Go ahead. Sorry.
I've never played Final Fantasy 2, so I can't speak on any. All I know is Doggy's very passionate about it.
Love it. Yeah. There's just something about that game that just drug me in, dude, and I just loved it, and it's definitely one of my favorites ever.
Tell us how you really feel. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so my third and final game, I'm going to cheat a bit here. This is the game that I played for a year straight on my Switch, and that's The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
What a masterpiece, man. Like, from beginning to end, the monsters, the fact that every blood moon something cool happens, other than the monsters regenerating and stuff, the land regenerating, all the weapons you can find, the combat that if you really mastered the combat, you could really get some combos going. The fact that it was curious, like, what's over there? What's over there? What's over there? What's over there? It's like, oh, I wonder if I can do this. I wonder if I can do that. Like, I remember getting to a mountain and it was too cold for me. So I just decided to keep playing the game. And then I got like a winter suit and it was still too cold for me. So I went and got a fire sword and used it to keep warm. And I made it all the way. And I didn't know what was on top of this mountain. I was just determined to climb this cold mountain. And I remember going up there and there was a dragon. So now I had to fight a dragon while trying to stay warm while doing damage. without using my fire sword, because if my fire sword broke, I would die. I would freeze. So I kept having to switch weapons to fight this dragon. It was probably the most epic boss fight of my life. Seriously. I never felt more like a boss than I did finding that dragon on top of the mountain. It was an electro dragon he wasn't electro. He was a dragon and he had some sort of eyeballs on him, whatever. And I could make it to the castle, but then I was in the castle running around. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave because I haven't found every shrine. So I went on a shrine crusade through the land, and I looked up to see how many shrines there were total. So I started counting them, and I'm like, oh my god, how am I going to know which ones I'm looking for? So I printed out a list of the names of the shrines, and started going to all the ones I wanted and crossing them off. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to find the shrine of this and the shrine of that, this shrine and that shrine. And eventually, like, the game gets to the point where you don't need the shrines anymore. Like, you're OP enough. You don't need the items anymore. I was just determined to get it. There was no achievement or anything. I just felt like I need to fully experience this game. And it was funny that in my search for all these shrines, I found other stuff. Like I found the Lord of the Mountain. If you don't know what that is, you definitely should look it up. On my way to finding the shrine, I found the stupid owl or bird puzzle that was on top of the rocks that you had to basically show up naked to. That one was fun too. It was just like, while I was finding these shrines, I found other things to do. I got to race a skeleton horse while I was looking for these shrines. And this is all just random stuff that would happen in the world that I would trigger because I was doing other stuff. And it was so much fun, so interesting. I never got bored of the game. To this day, I'm not bored of the game. 140 hours later, the only reason I stopped playing it was because I'm like, there's other games. You should probably play them. When a game completely dominates your life like that, it's good. And I consider The Legend of Zelda to be, I mean, it's up there on my top 5 greatest games of all time. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, like, it unseated a bunch of games, and I'm like, I don't know how they're going to get any better than this. So, yeah, did it? Anybody else play The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild and love it? Zelda, I know you got the outfit. What do you got?
It's a fantastic game, although honestly I have not finished it, but it is a fantastic, and it's on my list. And every time I go back to it or think I'm going to go back to it, something else distracts me. But I will go back to
it. Zelda needs a Zelda vacation.
I do.
Chris, did you play this game?
Yes, sort of. I did get it for the Switch. I played it for a couple of hours. But then at that point, my brother was moving to Australia. And yeah, he had the Wii U version of the game, but like a flight from Toronto to Australia is a long time. So I made him a deal. I would trade my Switch version of Breath of the Wild for his Wii U version so that he could have that and play it while he was in flight and while he was getting settled and all that. The only problem is there is a permanent resident in my Wii U disc tray, and that is Splatoon, because even to this day, the servers for the first Splatoon are still up and running. I don't know if that's going to change when Splatoon 3 comes out, but yeah, every time I go to play Breath of the Wild, it's like, oh, hey, Splatoon. I'll just play a round or two, and then it would have been one of my choices, but it's a game of service.
Right. Hey, shout out to Newf Nukem. Newf Nukem in the room. Boom, boom, kaboom.
Newf. Boom, boom, kaboom.
Right. Back from the Dead says, that's a really good story, though, Chris. I like that. That you traded it in, but yeah, it's time to kick Splatoon. Time to kick those squids to the curb. And get your Zelda on. Back from the Dead says Breath of the Wild back on the Wii U, but I like Ocarina of Time. Oh, so good. So good.
Yes,
I
it
finished
was.
that game 5 times at least.
And Link to the Past.
Link
what
to
a
the Past
Mm.
and Wind Waker more. Yes.
I love Link to the Past. Oh my gosh, I was...
Trying to pick a favorite Zelda game is so hard.
Yeah, it is.
Breath of the
It
Wild
is.
is by far my. I'm not going to say by far because Ocarina of Time is up there too.
Yeah.
I don't know which one is better, but I know that I spent more time on Breath of the Wild because there was just more to do.
I loved Link to the Past too. I played through that one a bunch of times too. That was awesome. Like, and it had a
Right.
great man.
Time Juggle says, I gave it up on it twice. I hate the weapons breaking because I suck.
Yeah,
I cut
that's
more grass than I killed enemies because I can't get good.
Yeah,
Zelda can just stay stuck.
Titan. Right, exactly. Yeah, the weapons breaking. Then see, that's what's cool about like the Immortals Phoenix Rising thing. You know, you don't have that stuff to deal with. You know, because
Right.
yeah, that's what it says about even like Dying Light and stuff. Oh, break a weapon. Oh, go back. You're in the middle of a fight and then it breaks. And like, that just make
think
this
it- I think
thing.
it
And it, like I
adds to
swung
the-
it 3 times and it only hit what somebody wants and it broke. Like, come on.
I think it adds to the difficulty of the game because there are some enemies, like, I forget what they're called. They're like centaurs, essentially, but with lion heads. Princess Zelda, do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm gonna ask Mr. Smite.
Yeah, they're like centaurs with lion heads on Breath,
I know what
Breath
you're
of the
talking about.
Wild.
I don't remember their name.
Yeah, I don't remember their names. And they come in different colors. And certain colors take more hits to defeat or more powerful weapons. And the game, I feel that the breaking weapons is the way the game balances itself out. Like, you shouldn't be in this area right now, in my opinion. And it's not like you're going to run out of weapons to find, as they're literally everywhere. Everywhere. It's not a Minotaur. They have like a
Chimera?
lion head.
Chimera?
Maybe. But I remember seeing. You know what? Now I'm going to look it up. Hold on. Let's see. Breath of the Wild. I don't know.
Yeah, and you know that breaking weapon system might not be quite as bad as some of it. But yeah, that breaking weapon system, man, that just gets so tiresome sometimes in games, you know.
Let's
Especially like
see.
the Dying Line, that definitely. Ugh.
The Lionel. That's what it's called. The Lionel.
Oh, Lionel.
Yeah,
I think
Lionel.
Minotaur's a bull titan.
Yeah. A Lionel, like Linel, Lionel.
Lionel Richie.
Yeah, Newf Nukem is not a fan of Breath of the Wild. I don't know. He doesn't like good games, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll bet you Newf has a problem with the breaking weapons. If I'm guessing. Yeah. And
Breath of the Wild equals the original Lawnmower Simulator. All right. I'm gonna guess that's all he did. How often does iron break, according to Titan Drago? Well, actually,
Yeah.
historically, iron swords broke all the time in combat.
Make this stuff out of A2 or D2 and heat treat this stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's go.
yeah, which is why Damascus steel was so popular because they broke less back in ancient times. Just saying. You know, your teacher. Maybe you should know these things. I don't know what you're teaching your kids. I'm kidding, Titan. I'm kidding. I don't know why I love giving Titan Drago such a hard time. I gotta get out of it. I gotta get nice. Be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, be nice. Be nice to Titan, man.
Be
What do
nice
you
to Titan,
mean
yeah.
Titan, man. He never did nothing to you.
That's right. He never did. That's right. You're right.
Besides
Dog. I
playing
need to be
Smite a
nicer.
bunch, you know. But other than that.
I think maybe it's because me and Titan trash talks every game I love.
Yeah, Titan's awesome,
So
man.
I'm like
You're
automatically defensive with him.
awesome.
All right.
Titan's one of my favorite people on YouTube.
Absolutely. He's amazing. Okay, and it is time for our third and final intermission with Princess Zelda!
Whoop, whoop! Whoop! Whoop, whoop!
Good
That was
evening,
talking
ladies
about-
and gentlemen. It is time for our final round. In the red corner with his debut, Dr. Chris is trailing by 1 question. And in the blue corner, your friend and mine, Dr. Doggy Dog is so far the real doctor. Let's find out if this remains true. Are you ready?
We are ready.
We're ready.
Awesome.
All right. So let's get straight into it. Let me pull up the evidence here.
Evidence.
All right. So Dr. Chris, PhD, says, I got my ass stuff acceptance. Looks like I get to talk about Parasite Eve in depth again. Wow, what an honor. But let's get to the question. Princess Zelda, what is the question?
Dr. Chris, as a professor of parasitology, I'm going to reference this parasitology book for our next question.
Ooh.
All right. The common fluke hermit seen in Hollow Knight is the descendant of whom? Is it A, Salubra, B, Tuck, or C, Fluke Marm? And go. Right here in the text, Hollow Knight.
Official academic records.
Indeed.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, checking the chat again.
Phoning a friend. You only get one.
Yep.
Yeah, your
Anybody
lifelines.
should have
your
voted. We should have
lifelines-
voted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anybody? Bueller? Bueller?
Bueller.
We got something in the chat for you right here. Check it out.
Fry. 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 That's a good movie. Good stuff.
All right, here you go. Lady Luda says B. Ty Druggle says it's a fluke.
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna take the academic safety net and go B.
B, academic safety net from this doctor. All right, Dr. Doggy. What is it? What is the common fluke hermit the descendant of? Salabura, Took, or Flukmarm?
Well, it's Dr. Doggy Dog and the Custodial Arts PhD from the Harvard Night School of scrubbing toilets and throwing sawdust on puke. I'm going to throw my answer out there like some sawdust on some puke. I'm going to have to say, well, you know what? I like this answer called fluke. Fluke. You know what that reminds me of? A fluke? Fluke Marm, Fluke Man would be a fluke, as if the Broncos or the Vikings made the playoffs next year. That would be a fluke, Marm. So I'm going with fluke, Marm.
Let's go with Fluke Marm. But you can guarantee now that we got Russell Wilson, we're making the playoffs.
Fluke Marm.
Fluke Marm. That's like the de facto comeback right now. Fluke Marm.
Sounded like the Raps last week. Dude.
All right. Let me end the poll in the chat here so we can get to our next one. Next one. Princess Zelda. Let me pull up the right screen. Here we go. This is the fluke. What is the descendant of?
Well, he is the descendant of. Titan was correct. The Fluke Marm.
Oh.
Doggy on fire. Get some water.
Right.
Or wine.
Or get some sawdust. Just throw it on there, too. Throw up on the fire and then throw the sawdust on it.
Oh.
Oh my God.
And I'm just imagining that smell now. Thank you.
Oh, that's better than around here.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Here we go. Next one. All right. Oh, maybe. No. Let's see. There we go. All right. So Dr. Chris, PhD, says, yes, I'm still on my 80s TV BS. I needed a break from the A-Team and found this. I like mystery shows and thought this would be a good palate cleanser. I do find it ironic, though, that no one producing this set had an issue with the cover, given the show's premise. Pierce Brosnan, Remington Steele, Season 1. Princess Zelda, what is the question?
Dr. Chris, as a Pierce Brosnan fanatic and a 007ologist, which was the only 007 video game where Pierce is noted in the game credits? Was it A, 007 GoldenEye, B, 007 Everything or Nothing, or C, 007 Nightfire? And go.
Oh, I actually did an entire video on this on my channel. It's 007 Everything or Nothing.
That seems
that
convincing.
was a very fast answer. Wow. Wow. He really is a 007ologist.
Whoa.
You found what kind of doctor?
All right, Doggy Dog 420, what is what is the answer from you?
Well, I never got much into these James Bond things, because these guys skipped over me. I should have been the real hero in these things, man. These guys, you shouldn't be arguing over these Pierce Brosnan. Dr. Doggy Dog, and Bond, James Bond. But anyway, yeah, Dr. Chris, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. It's been great to be in your presence, being a doctor yourself. Doesn't it feel good to be a doctor?
It has its
To be a
moments.
doctor.
Yes, it has its moments. Yes. But yes, I'm going to have to agree with you here. Everything or nothing.
Everything or nothing. 007, everything or nothing. All right. Princess Zelda, what is the correct answer?
The correct answer is indeed everything or nothing.
Woo, they both got it right. Whoop, whoop. Okay, let's see how the chat voted. How did that? You know what? I didn't even look at the results from the last one. Princess Zelda, what are the results from our last two quizzes?
Our last two quizzes for Hollow Knight, they thought the Parasite was the descendant of Tuck with 66%. And for Pierce Brosnan, half of them thought GoldenEye.
All right. What is the correct answer? Was everything or nothing. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. The doctor
That's
said it.
great.
You don't even question it. You don't even have to look. So let it be written. So let it be done.
Sage
Do you ever tell anybody, doctors, do you ever tell them, trust me, I'm a doctor?
Right. I shouldn't even have
Yes.
to tell them that. They should know. I come in
Yes.
with the white robe on. No. Just no. I don't even have to tell you. But sometimes I have to, I start talking, they don't believe me, so I have to reassure them sometimes, which I don't, I don't believe
Alright.
them.
I think that's our cue to end the show today. Well,
Alright.
yeah, sorry, like the whole stream cut out for me. I'm like, that might be my cue.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you
Okay.
was blaming it on me, Axel. I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's totally cut it out. Hold on, I have to do something. I don't know how to fix that. Okay, Chris, tell the chat where they can find you.
okay. You can find me on Twitter at games_student and on YouTube at Makopowered Gaming.
All right, on YouTube, Makopowered Gaming. The link is in the description, guys. Be sure to add that. All right, I'm Axel1324.
I'm Princess Zelda.
And I'm Doggy Dog 420.
And that's going to do it for today's episode. Again, thank you to everybody for tuning in. Chat. Remember, you guys are the real MVP. You can follow me and Doggy on these social media platforms. I am a part of Good Morning Xbox every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. And Doggy is a part of the Retro Renegades every Tuesday night at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Eastern. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll catch you guys next time.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody. Good night.